when he gets older, he can look at this and say, yeah, this is how I got my start. So Gabe, stand up. All right. So Gabriel is only 10. So this is a new thing for a very young guy that's trying to get into this. He's in the 5th grade. And so all of his lessons and stuff started with no formal training in either development or geometry, didn't know what an axis was or anything like that. And this is what we came up with. So, go ahead.
Hello everybody, my name is Gabriel Pierce. I want to be a software engineer when I grow up, just like my dad, because I played a lot of games and then I saw him writing something and I thought it looked cool, so I told him, hey, why don't I make a game? So, and then he said, okay, so we started making games. Well, this is my first one. The name of my game is Whack-A-Spike. And then this game is a whack-a-mole based game. This is my first game I've ever made, so it's pretty not that easy to make. These are some of the pictures that my dad took during my coding session. This is the inspector of the Unity. This is one of the scripts, and that's the picture of the game. And I had to learn access points, coding in Unity, and scripting. And there's nothing easy to learn about this. The hardest thing to learn to me was scripting.
So now we'll give you guys a demo of the game. It is... Again, okay. Make a mistake. It was all set up using the latest version of Unity. Let me go ahead and close some of this stuff down so that we can make it display properly. It's kind of freaking out on the resolution. Let me just close it.
Try maximizing it again. Just slow that in.
It's just kind of in a host state. I'm going to go ahead and
Try double tapping the header bar.
the header bar here.
Oh, no, yeah.
There we go. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do a maximize on play for that. And I'll drive it and you can tell them what's happening. And that's pretty much the extent of the game, but it went through all the basics of doing prefabs and materials and textures and actually some really interesting scripts. And I didn't write them, I made him write them. So he learned some good behaviors about, hey, I can't just copy and paste stuff off the website because it doesn't work if I don't understand what it means. And so that is his first experience with gaming, with being a Unity developer. He wants to be one of you guys. So even though we may not always be able to get in here because of his age, he'll be around. And you'll probably see some of his stuff in the future. And the last thing that he wanted to mention, if I can get back to Keynote, and I can't, is... Okay, I can't get to it. So, Gabe, what would you like to tell everybody?
In the future, when you make more games, please send them to me so I can play test them.
Well, thank you guys very much for your time. I do appreciate it. I think that getting them started early is very important. And it certainly helps when they actually want to do it, something that they want to do. I'll be around, and I'm actually planning on trying to put together some other stuff to help other kids learn how to code and learn math, really, in Unity, because he had to learn it all. He had to learn about coordinate systems and everything else. He had never heard of it. And as we went through it, I realized, hey, this is actually kind of cool. Maybe this is a way to teach kids math without them having to realize that it's actually math and saying that they don't want to do it. So thank you again. I do appreciate it.
I can
How
say,
long did it take from start to learn?
So he started in a camp at Atlanta International School last week. We started on the Unity stuff kind of midway last week and finished it up mostly this morning. We finished up this morning with the sounds and stuff. So it was
Can I see your
very,
resume?
it was a very quick learning process. He spent a lot of time on Unity tutorials and excuse me, and going through the book that I put together years ago. Don't buy it. It's called iOS Unity Game Development. Some of you may have seen it before. I think it's terrible now. But that was back when iOS was like the first mobile platform that Unity supported. I wrote a book on it so that people could get into that. And he started reading through it, and that's when he said, I can just kind of learn from this. Sure, let's try it. So thanks again, guys.
thank you.
So that's awesome.
The